Let's move on to the presentation of data. See, statistics is going to carry out various analysis for statistical inferences. If you want to analyze, you need data, but that data should be presented in a manner which is going to help you to analyze the data. So once you collect the data, once the data is collected, it should be verified. So you have to verify the data. Why you should verify the data? It should be verified to ensure it is homogeneous in nature and it is consistent. So you have to verify the data for its homogeneity and consistency. Then you have to present the data in neat and condensed form. This is more important because the data in raw form is of no use, but it should be presented in neat and condensed form, and it should highlight the essential features of the data. So any statistical analysis you want to make would depend on the presentation of the data. So how to classify or how to organize the data, that's what we are going to understand now. See, I'll write here classification or organizing of data. See, what is this classification of data or organizing of data? It is nothing but a process. It is nothing but a process of arranging the data. You are going to arrange the data, but the question is how you are going to arrange. You are going to arrange the data based on its key characteristics which is under consideration. So you are going to arrange the data on the basis of characteristics under consideration into number of groups. You are going to group the data now, or you are going to make it as number of classes according to the similarities. So you have collected the data, you are going to organize it. Organizing the data is nothing but the process of arranging the data according to its key characteristics, so that you will do the grouping based on similarities of the observation. So how the data can be classified? The data can be classified into 4 types. So the classification can be into 4 types. Number 1, it can be in the form of what is known as chronological order. It can be in chronological classification, or it can also be in geographical classification. It can also be in qualitative mode. It can also be in quantitative mode. So what is this chronological, geographic, qualitative, quantitative? Let us understand. Let's say you collect data about the students who have appeared for medical examinations in the last 20 years. So here you are arranging the information on the base or with the focus on last 20 years. So this becomes a time series data, or otherwise called as chronological data. Similarly, when the data is arranged geographically, let's say the number of students who have appeared for medicine examination from each state, so that would become geographical, or it is otherwise called as spatial series data. And number 3, when you collect the data and you try to impress on the nationality of the data, or the, say for example, you take data of students and you want to find the nationality of the students, or you want to find the gender of the students, or you want to count the smoking habits of the students. So all these are basically qualitative data. And finally, the quantitative data can be something where you take information which can be quantitatively measured. For example, you are taking information about height, you are taking information about weight of participants, you are taking information about sales, profits, etc. So these are all the data which are in various classification like chronological, geographical, qualitative, quantitative. So The classification of data puts the data in neat, precise, and condensed form so it can be easily understood, and it makes comparison possible between various characters. So, statistical analysis is possible only when we classify the data.